Morning, everyone. Hope you're well, and it's good just to share with you. Today is Sunday, the 10th of May, and this day was supposed to be, before COVID and everything came along, the day I was supposed to be running the Tewkesbury Half Marathon this year. And my reading for my morning little devotional was from Hebrews 12, verses 1 to 3. So I'm just going to read verse 1 and 2 to you. And God just spoke to me a little bit, and I'd just like to share a few thoughts with you. So it's entitled, Look into Jesus. What about us then? We have such a great cloud of witnesses all around us. What we must do is this. We must put aside each heavy weight and the sin which gets in the way so easily. We must run the race that lies in front of us. And we must run it patiently. We must look ahead to Jesus. He is the one who carved out the path for faith, and he's the one who brought it to completion. And as I was reading that, the first thing that really sprung to mind is we've got to run this race patiently. It's not a sprint. It's like the half marathon I was supposed to be doing today. And it just took me back to last year's race. And last year, unfortunately, I'd managed to injure my knee. And around about, 2 miles in, I had to put a knee brace on. And I noticed that there was a pacemaker in front of me. And he was the 1 hour 45 minute pacemaker. So if I managed to keep up with him, then I would complete the half marathon in 1 hour 45 minutes. And I made a decision at that point, right, I'm going to see if I can keep up with this guy, because even though I'm injured, that would be a really good time for me to complete the race. So I managed to keep up with him. And as we were nearing the last mile, coming up over Mitten Hill, so that was pretty tough. I was really pleased I managed to keep pace with him, and I managed to pass him because I was going to try and do the last mile in the fastest time because Strava were going to give me £10 towards a charity. And as I passed him, the guy cheered me on. He said, "Well done," and he shouted at me as I went past, "Well done." And it just speaks to me a little bit about this cloud of witnesses that it talks about in verse 1. It says, what about us then? We have such a great cloud of witnesses all around us. And all the way through the half marathon, there are these people who are just cheering us on. And as they cheer us on, it spurs you on. It helps you sort of go through the pain barrier a little bit. It helps you with the suffering your body is feeling. And you know what? In these times, we need each other to just cheer each other on. But not only that, we need to, when we come into the finish as well. It's amazing in Tewkesbury because it's on the high street and there are hundreds and hundreds of people there all cheering you on. And you get that last sort of sprint manages to come out of those really tired legs after the 13 miles that you've just run. But I was thinking about this cloud of witnesses, and these cloud of witnesses are a little bit like a cross between the pacemaker and all the people cheering us on. It's almost as if all the supporters of the race, all those people who have turned out to cheer you on, have run the race. Because this cloud of witnesses, which Hebrews is talking about, are all, if you like, the heroes of faith that have been talked about in chapter 11, like Abraham and Moses and Noah. And they have already run the race. And almost they're sort of not only at the finish line, having completed the course, but they've also come back to help us. Well, in a way, the main hero of the faith is obviously Jesus. And he's a little bit like the pacemaker. The pacemaker has run the race previously, and he knows, if you like, what he's doing. And he can give advice, he can help you get the pace right so you don't go too fast and burn yourself out, or you don't go too slow and are disappointed with your time. So it's all about really following the pacemaker, who is Jesus. And not only that though, we've also got all of these heroes of faith who are cheering us on because they have completed the race. And we can read about them in the Bible, and we can learn about them, and we can if you like, we can learn from them and to help us with our race. And obviously Jesus is the main person who we can look to, our pacemaker, if you like, through these difficult times, who we can look to keep us on the right track, to keep us going at the right pace, to be patiently running this race, as Hebrews says. And we can trust him to get it right. And we can, if we follow him, then we will complete the race. We won't burn ourselves out. We will be encouraged. We'll be cheered on as we pass him to get to the finish line. And you know, each of us, if you like, is like one of those witnesses, because we've each run different races, and we can each run alongside people who we see are running a similar race to what we've done. And we can be cheering them on. We can say, go on, do it. So let's cheer each other on, just as that cloud of witnesses allows us to read about in the Bible and allows us to, if you like, be cheered on by their faith. Let's be cheered on by each other and encourage one another in our faith in these difficult times. And, you know, let's just do that. I hope you're able to, you know, not look at the negative things, but sort of draw alongside people, cheer them on as Jesus is cheering you on to keep going in this race, to keep going, because he's gone before you, as it says. He's carved out that path for us. And it's just a lovely picture. He is, if you like, our pacemaker, encouraging us and clapping us as we complete the race. Anyway, I hope you're blessed by that, and I look forward to seeing you for real at the end of this race, if you like, or this section of the race that we're having to endure at the moment. So be blessed. Amen. Take care, guys.